So I just left the mall with some of my friends. We were driving up Pennsylvania and we were getting stopped by all the traffic, so we had to wait through like 4 lights, and we got to the light and I was the first one in line.
I heard the call come over the radio, and I knew it was a major call for service because I could hear people in the background and everybody was really frantic. Caleb was coming from the gas station or the Dairy Queen, and he was going back to Hempstead. I think there was a basketball game that night. As he was crossing the road, a car that had a green light crested the hill, came through the intersection, and unfortunately hit him.
He landed in the ditch or the side of the road, and I think that's when Jaida kind of came to the rescue at that point.
So I immediately put my car in park and jumped out, left my door and everything open, called 911 and rushed over to Caleb and checked his pulse, and it was kind of faint. So literally did 2 compressions of CPR and an EMT came.
So I called Caleb's cell phone. One of his friends had answered the phone and she said, Caleb was hit by a car, somebody's doing CPR in the ditch right now.
Thankfully, I took the CNA course a year prior, so I had all like the understanding of what you were supposed to do.
So I got on scene. There were a few people on scene. Jaida was one of them, and right away I got out of my car, I grabbed my medical bag from the back, I ran over to Caleb, who was not responsive. He was not breathing. We put the AED on him, and then at that point continued doing chest compressions. He was unresponsive.
As we were leaving, we live in Asbury, so we actually went past the scene, and I could see my son, an ambulance, and somebody doing CPR on my son.
Another officer, Officer Murray, he arrived on scene. He gave me a break from chest compressions. He continued chest compressions, and at that point, about 30 seconds into his chest compressions, Caleb started breathing on his own, and he started coughing. I stayed with Caleb on the ambulance and to the hospital, and then eventually he was transported to Iowa City where he received further treatment.
At that point, you know, we started to recover, and we knew that it was going to be somewhat okay at that point. So.
Everything in my face was fractured, pelvis was fractured, my shoulder was fractured.
But ultimately, he did fantastic with his recovery, and I think it went pretty smoothly.
Your main goal as a parent is to take care of your children and try to help them, and when something like that happens, you feel so helpless. It's great to know that there are people out there that are trained and above and beyond training, willing to actually help someone else that they may or may not even know.
The fact that she was there, she witnessed the accident, and she was ready, willing, and able to help him was so important in him being alive.
Before the accident happened, I was really unsure of what I wanted to do. It was either a difference between 3 things, but the accident really just confirmed it for me, and it let me know that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I'm attending the University of Dubuque, and I am going to be enrolled in the nursing program next year.
She is a hero, and if you had to follow some kind of example, she's a great one to follow.
I wouldn't have been here without her. And I didn't really know at the time that she was the one that did CPR on me, actually.
We're more than thankful that she went above and beyond, absolutely above and beyond what any normal person would do. So
I'm just so thankful for her that she was there when I couldn't be, and she had the courage and strength to, get out of the vehicle and help my son.